Morning, everyone. Softball Grandpa here, rich alcoholic addict. Friday the 13th. I haven't been on here in a couple of days because I've been a little under the weather. I had a cold, and it's getting better. And I went to see my neurosurgeon yesterday, and I'm going to be off for work for another month. They're going to do a scoliosis X-ray of my full back and another X-ray of my back. I do have a compressed fracture of a vertebrae. I'm not sure which number it was, but it might be one of the reasons I'm having a little bit of difficulty and can't walk that far. I can walk, but I can't. I go to the left. I lean to the left. Speaking of left, my brother and I are on opposite sides of the aisle politically. And he sent something yesterday, a text to me and my other brother, about how Trump did the deregulation of the EPA. And my brother, he's pretty well written. I commend him for writing a heck of a text. I don't know if it's that big a deal or not. And honestly, I couldn't give a rat's ass. And I do care about the environment. I recycle and do my part. And I think that's what everybody should do. Maybe I shouldn't buy the plastic bottles, but it's getting to the point for me that, I could barely carry the plastic bottles of a whole full case of water. It's like, maybe that's how I got the fracture of my vertebrae by putting the water on my shoulders, bringing it in the house, but let's talk about getting well, so I had a runny nose for a couple of days, and I might sound a little congested. I am, but so is that a problem? Yeah. So what I'm going to do about the problem? So I ordered some medicine on Amazon, and they delivered it within 6 hours. Some Afrin spray, dry up my sinuses. Then and I read the directions, and I did how it was prescribed. And my daughter, she's a nurse, and I got 3 daughters that are nurses. God bless them all, And I'm probably going to live a long time because of that, because I don't want to hear the wrath of my daughters. And the youngest one she could be pretty, like me, I guess, a little stubborn, just a little. But they're all good kids and they care about me. I got a call coming in and I'm not going to accept it. That's the first time I had a phone call while I'm, so. But anyway, getting back to the point at hand, so if you're sick, what do you do about it? Just sit in your shit? Maybe I shouldn't say sit in your sickness. No, you go to the doctor and you figure out what you could do to get better. So I put socks on. Because I was running around flip flops, and that's probably how I got the cold. And in Southern California we had all this nice weather, and then it gets cold, and here you go. So. I'm not going to blame it on the environment. I'm going to blame it on me. I'm going to take responsibility for me. We have to take responsibility for our actions. We can't blame, because every time you point the finger at somebody else, you got 3 other fingers pointing back at you. So like, look at that. So just if you're going to blame somebody else, just remember, you got part in it too. So look at the 3 fingers that you're pointing at. And to my brother, if you don't like what then go to vote. If you didn't vote, I don't know if you voted or not, but if you didn't, then you should get your butt to the voting booth and vote. What else am I going to say about? Let's keep this short and sweet. All right, because I don't know if I could rant very long. I might go work in the garage today. My daughter just borrowed the car, and I just went on YouTube to figure out how to change the battery in the remote. So YouTube's a great tool. Thank you, YouTube, for for offering this platform. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody that watches this. And I think if you should too. So it's Friday the 13th. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. If you don't have the love of your life next to you, then you should. The next best thing is family. And just talk to your siblings and say Happy Valentine's Day. And then be good with that. And do something for somebody else for fun or for free because you want to, with no expectation in return. And you will be amazed because you will get the good feeling when you do something like that. So, Softball Grandpa, checking out, checking in, checking on, checking off, checked, checked, baked, cooked. No more jokes. See ya.